Hello everyone, my name is Ark and welcome back to another Nendoroid review. In today's video, we're going to be taking a look at the lustrous RAPI from NIKKE Goddess of Victory. This is one of the many Goddess of Victory NIKKE videos that I will be making on the channel. And I'm happy that it starts with RAPI, the main poster girl of the game. She is probably one of the best characters I have seen in just a mobile game in general. So without further ado, let's get her out and see what she comes with. Alright, so here we have RAPI in all of her tiny glory. So just going over some of the instructions as I'm doing this review, there's a couple of things to sort of look out for this figure. Granted, in terms of the aesthetic, I think she looks absolutely beautiful because they got a lot of detail into this Nendoroid. Granted, Nikkes are very detailed in terms of their appeal for the game, but also in their clothing. Their clothing is very much detailed in the game, and a lot of figures are able to capture that, and I'm very surprised that the Nendoroid was also able to capture that too. So just to showcase it a little bit, like the face paint looks beautiful. Give me a second. There you go. So this looks much better in terms of lighting. Now that I see it, it looks more natural. So one thing that we're going to do is remove the hat. The hat, which is an annoyance and a little bit of an annoyance, it doesn't have anything to actually put it on, so it's just going to lay there like nothing. So let's just move that away. The hair is absolutely stunning. I love the shading and shadows that they were able to apply onto the hair. The wash of like that brownish dark, it looks sort of purple, but it isn't. It's very much a brown color, which I really love. And again, I have to have the stand on because Nikkes don't necessarily stand by themselves, but they include the stands on, so it's great nonetheless. Okay, so the face looks beautifully painted. I love those eye decals that they added. The mouth, the serious mouth is great. The arms are very well sculpted. I probably think they could have added more detail to them, but they look great overall. The jacket looks great. It doesn't like really mesh into the actual body too much, which looks good. And also, everything that like she carries on her own is beautiful. Like, yeah, she has boobs, but like they have like the lining of the suit on it, like sculpted on it, which is great. The sculpt is just beautiful. I'm surprised they were able to do something so well for a figure this tiny. Something else to note is that the leggings or the stockings, the thighs actually overflow a little bit. So if you see it from the front, you can sort of see a little bit of spillage on the thigh, which in terms of Nikkei standards, that is very much accurate to what it is. So I like that. She looks great overall. Now, in terms of just a little bit a short showcase of the articulation, we're going to start with the head. She does swivel side to side alongside the chest, but you can just do the head. Look down a little bit, look up a little bit, depending on how you have your stand. You can swivel the midsection of the chest. It does swivel really well. Move the arm forwards and backwards. I wish they did the actual jointed Nendoroids for this one. This one is also another one where you can actually remove the bicep. I'm doing a horrible job at showcasing these. You can actually remove the bicep here, so you can actually switch out the arms. The legs don't kick out as far, which makes sense a little bit, but you can get that much range from them. Not too bad. They're okay. But we do have an actual different leg piece for her. So in terms of articulation, it's a little bit of a limited variety compared to previous Nendoroids that I've reviewed on this channel, but it's still good. I think it's really fine for what the figure is. But I do think that the accessories do make up for the lack of articulation. So let's look at those real quick. Alright, so in terms of accessories, RAPI does come with quite a bit of accessories. Now, granted, I don't necessarily know what all of these do at one time, but there is a lot to actually go through just to show you guys a little bit. So this is what one of the instructions does, and I don't want to read all this, but I'll try to do my best. So, first of all, we have the two faceplates, which again look beautifully well done, printed and everything. I love them. They're perfect. Let me just get the camera a little bit more stable. Come on, focus on these faces, please. Awesome. So, okay. First, we have the smiling RAPI face, which is, again, so beautiful. I love how we have a serious face and a happy face. I love that smile that she does within the game. It's always nice to see. And, of course, an action face where she's attacking all of the enemies in the game, which is beautiful. Again, now we also have the actual squatting position of RAPI. So, yes, you can see underneath it, you perverts. So, I'm probably going to cut that out, actually. Next up, we have the lower half of RAPI, where she's doing the squatting position or the kneeling down position, so she can actually shoot the ammo against the enemies. And speaking of ammo, we have the little weapon that she carries as her main weapon. If I can get a good focus. Can I stop bumping into things? God damn it. So here's the weapon. It looks nice. Very flat in terms of color. There's like no paint on that. And it has the little effect that you can actually connect onto the weapon, which is fine. It looks fine. It looks nice. And the one way to do it is to just apply the hole here and just put it on top of this section. Doesn't have to go all the way in, it just has to go in a little bit, and then you have the shooting effect ready. She does come with technically 3 different arm sections. She comes with the left arm, bent arm, that's what it is. I'm so stupid. And then a shooting right arm, which is how they shoot because of the position, and then a saying yes to commander, like yes sir type of hand. So yeah, one last accessory that is not available to everyone. If you order it through the Good Smile website, you would get this little box that came with her as a Good Smile bonus. It's literally just a piece of cardboard that you could probably get the image from anywhere, and then just print it out and then glue it and then have it ready. But I have it here because I ordered it through the Good Smile website global. So yeah. So leading into my final thoughts, I do think this RAPI is quite good. Overall, I'm going to give it a score of 7 out of 10. Not perfect. It's good. Not bad. So I think a 7 is quite adequate for this figure. One thing that I will note that probably would have bumped it up a little bit would be an extra faceplate of her blushing, which does happen occasionally within the game, and I just wish they included that, because I feel like Good Smile is kind of getting lazy with their faces and their faceplates, just including 2 extra ones, but that's just me. One last thing I will note is that there has been some reported issues with this figure having some weak joints in terms of like sockets. So far on mine, the only issue I found is that the main body's right leg does fall off quite easily at just a touch of like just me pulling it out, and that's it. The left leg, not so much. So the socket for mine is either too big or just the right amount to where it doesn't fall off by just shaking it and just tugging at it a little bit. But yeah, Besides that, I don't have any other issues with this figure. Again, I would like to know what you guys think. So yeah, that's pretty much all the time I have for you guys today. So I will see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.